Futures and options on futures trading involve substantial risk and is not a suitable investment for all types of investors. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. When I use the word I in this video, it refers to what I teach in my charting course or what I author in my twice daily oral and written updates. Prices shown on charts and quote boards are in real time and take into account all known activity up to this point in time. And if you'd like to read more of this disclaimer, simply hit the pause key on your video player. Good morning. Ira Epstein of Linden Associates with your morning flash update for this Tuesday, the 16th of May, 2017, just after 9:20 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Well, another day, another record. You know, at some point, these records will fall to the wayside and the markets will get into a normal correction mode. It was interesting to see the VIX. It did get under yesterday's lows. You had an outside day up yesterday. The question is that a trap? In other words, a bear trap where this goes down and stock indices keep going higher. What's it going to mean? Or could you get two reversals back to back? I can't answer that. But it's a nonstop event in the NASDAQ. Today we're seeing that the NASDAQ is able to keep pace or slightly ahead of how the other indices are doing. And of course, you did get up in the S&P to a new recent high, and I think that's important. In the metal markets, bids are still in them. And what happened in gold is you got under that 100-day average. Now you're back over it. But what does it really mean to the market's going to become the question, and I don't have that answer for you just yet. Dollar index still under selling pressure as good data just keeps coming out in the Eurozone. Actually, pretty good data, believe it or not, in the UK. That's not bad at all. Japanese yen tried the upside, came back down, and it's still able to hold on to some gains here. In the grain markets today, the corn market's still under a bit of pressure, and the word is a bit. You're down only 0.75 cents, and the same in the wheat. Not a lot going on. Now, because the plantings picked up in the corn, the thought process is there won't be as much going into the soybeans, so you're getting a little bit of a bid there. The cotton market, what can you say about it? After limit ups, limit downs, it's just all over the board. Didn't follow through very much today, but it's also not breaking after these big rallies, and that's always something to be concerned with. For those of you that watch Bollinger Bands, you had 2 days in a row over the top Bollinger Band. It fell back today to that band and held it, and it's bounced away. What will it do in the rest of the day is going to be the question. In the crude oil market, you're about unchanged on the day. This is a support zone if you're looking at moving averages in the nat gas. Run your 100-day and your 18. You'll see you're in a general area right there. Still getting a good bid in the gasoline as you would expect going into the holiday season. And, each time the sugar market has tried to rally up to and over the 18-day average, it's got thrown back. It's got a bit of a different formation this time, and it's fighting its battle literally right there, so this is going to be an important zone. The head of the sovereign risk analysis at Moody's says that because of the high debt level and lack of economic reforms, the Chinese government economic growth rate is going to slow down. UK's Office for National Statistics, well, this is no surprise. It said the CPI was up 2.7 on an annualized basis, 1/10 of a point higher than the expectation, so running a little bit hot. ZEW research in Germany on Tuesday said that the economic index was 20.6 in May compared to analysts' expectations of 22, so it didn't meet that, but this was still up from the April figure of 19.5. The Federal Reserve industrial production capacity utilization, strong, up 1%. They only expected up 0.3, and the U.S. capacity utilization rate was 76.7 versus 76.2, another good number. Now, the housing starts number, they were down 2.6% to 1.172 million units. They expected it up, and this is important, to 3.7 to 1.26. A total miss on those starts. Permits down 2.5% as well. Is this the beginning of something slowing down? I don't know. Kuwait's oil minister, of course, he's going to say everything's good and that the April data shows continued reduction in worldwide inventories. And then you get the IEA, and they pegged the OPEC production up 65,000 barrels a day. They noted higher production from Nigeria and Saudi Arabia. Sort of, Countering what Kuwait is saying, then the IEA pegged worldwide oil demand growth at 1.3 million barrels a day, and they noted that oil supply in April was off 143 barrels a day as the OPEC supplies fell. Of course, we went up a little bit in the U.S., so you put it all together, and it's still an interesting story in energy, and it's the old adage you got to be careful of. We're 9 days away from the OPEC meeting. The market's now building in the idea of an OPEC cut and a longer cut, maybe to the end of March. Is it the old buy the rumor, sell the fact? Got to be careful of that when the announcement is made. I want to remind you all that consensus, today is Tuesday, so what consensus does, and let me explain what this is. A lot of firms, and I'm talking a big amount of firms, send their market letters to consensus, and then they publish them on their website. And it's all the firms, most of them you can imagine a name of. I'm talking the big boys. I'm talking firms like ours. I'm talking one after the other, a group of their names, just as some of them you'll see, and they're alphabetical as you go through these, and you can see the names of the firms and what you get. They then take these letters, they put them in categories, and they do a bullish consensus. Is the market more bullish, bearish? What happened for the week? Pretty interesting. They'll give you a 4-week trial to it. You can call us, go to our website. You're going to get a user ID and password once we set you up. Then you can go in, read all these letters, do everything that you want. How do you get it? Again, 866-973-2077, www.iraepstein.com. That's our website. You'll see our carousel of free offers. You can click right up here. If you're watching me on YouTube, there'll be an icon there. Click on it. Or underneath us right through here, on many websites, it says, click here for Ira's free offers. Do that. We'll be certain to put this in your hands. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a good trading day, and I'll see you later this afternoon.